Yeah, hi. Is this Middlebrow?
Hey everyone, welcome to the Middlebrow podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Brian Park.
I'm Dan Rosen.
And if you're watching us on YouTube, you'll see that we are recording from our friends at Fringe Studios.
We pay them. We don't have to shout them out.
That's true, huh?
And they're on the mics. Love you guys. You guys are great. But we're paying them.
I was thinking this studio, it's giving Dallas.
We could be anywhere.
I'm particularly Dallas. For the people who are listening from Dallas.
Yeah.
And if we're recording from our home, this is what it would look like.
That's what it would look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I've noticed you've been, you're very bronzed. Do you know this?
I'm bronzed?
Yeah, you've been playing a lot of tennis outside. I assume that's why.
Oh my God, dude.
But before you tell your tennis stories, you match the curtain, your skin tone.
The skin matches the drapes?
That's how much, yeah, exactly.
Are you kind of kicking yourself in the head for botching the punchline there?
You're a better comedian than I am.
No, that's
fucking slow. The skin matches the drapes.
The skin matches the drapes.
It's because you've been outside braving the weather.
I pulled an Icarus. I literally flew too close to the sun. I was playing tennis yesterday afternoon, and I prematurely ended my session because of heat exhaustion.
My God. So
I was playing
in a shitty state today?
I don't feel my best.
Okay. You brought your A game to tennis. You're bringing your B game to the podcast.
Priorities, baby.
Because you're just out of it.
No, I have been playing way too much tennis because I've entered this ladder at the local courts, McCarran Tennis Courts.
Yeah.
Shout out. And
Ladder,
you'll see
this is for people who are desperate to reclaim their youth and to still feel like there's hope for them in tennis success, and they're playing a tournament with other adults who are past their prime.
Could not be more true.
Okay.
It's all former Division I tennis players.
Yeah. And people who wish they were.
There's literally one professional who's in the local ladder.
Isn't that sad? Why would you want to do that? It's like in Seinfeld where Kramer joins a kid's karate class. He's just like beating kids. It's like, what is the valor in this?
You have to understand that us tennis players, we are mentally ill. We love to compete and we hate losing.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a perfect recipe to reclaim the old glory days. I know I've been playing a little bit too much tennis because, like I said before, I suffered from heat exhaustion. And now I have a hat tan, dude. Do you see this?
I do see that.
I don't know what to do.
It looks like a spray. You got a spray on tan.
Yeah. Except
you have to go get a spray on now for the rest of them. It's because you have such beautiful locks, too. Your hair just covers your scalp.
The cheddar, the flow, the lettuce just gets in my eyes.
It's so funny. Your head looks like Neapolitan ice cream.
It's fucked up, dude. I don't know what to do. I honestly think it's the retinol that I've been using.
What does it do? It makes you get tan extra?
You get extra tan.
Okay, you're just like adding tanning lotion.
I'm adding tanning lotion, and now I look like Neapolitan ice cream.
And you probably have some fucking crazy Korean 1,000 SPF illegal, FDA unapproved.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm using.
You come back from Seoul every time with just like a carry-on full of only illegal sunscreen.
If I'm coming back from Seoul, I'm not bringing I'm going into one of those plastic surgery clinics and getting the works
Permanent done. SPF. You get SPF injected into your skin.
Salmon sperm, baby. That's what I'm getting injected into my skin. Dan, I played you in the ladder. My last competitive.
You played me?
My last competitive tennis match was against a guy named Dan Rosen.
Not me.
No,
I did not play you in this ladder.
Not
you. You challenge? Did you have to challenge him?
I did it on purpose.
You saw Dan Rosen and you're like, so I have to defeat this man.
I can challenge someone upwards of 15 ranking points higher than me.
Okay.
And I purposely challenged the person who was only 6 points higher than me because his name is Dan Rosen.
This is very Freudian.
100,000%. And it played out that way.
Did you win?
In the match. I did win, but...
Wow. I was defeated.
I'm going to go on the record and say...
This is embarrassing for Dan Rosen's everywhere.
No, he's a tremendous player, but never underestimate the power of spite, Dan. Just never underestimate that.
Okay.
So I fell into a 2-love hold early. He was kicking my ass.
Classic Dan Rosen move. Come out strong.
I dug deep, Dan.
Damn.
I really, I took a few deep breaths and I really thought hard on all of the things that fucking piss me off that you do to me.
You Michael Jordan did. You found fuel.
Yeah.
You found the fuel. And what, every time I interrupted you.
Every time you've texted me 11:30 p.m., hey, did you send that email yet?
Yeah.
Hey, did you bring the microphones? Hey,
Wow.
yeah, I
You should
channeled that
only
into
play
my
Dan
game.
Rosen's. You should just imagine that I'm your opponent every time and you vanquish.
It was incredible.
Yeah,
and
this
even
is
Dan
beautiful.
Rosen himself said, he was like, whoa, like, after the third game, like, you really kicked it into another
Yeah,
gear.
it's almost like you were pretending I was someone you hated and wanted to murder.
Come on,
Yeah.
let's go.
Very unsportsmanlike. Oh yeah, you did what was the thing that the woman got in trouble for, where she said "come on" when the other person double faulted?
Yes, I pulled all the stops, man.
Like, you fucking little bitch.
I sent the fucking emails already, okay?
He's like, what are you talking about? I work in marketing. Well, I'm glad you got out your psychosexual aggression on a different Dan Rosen. This is like, did you ever see the movie The One with Jet Li?
Are you asking me this because I'm Asian?
No. The premise of The One is that there is a version of you in every single universe, and if you are destroyed in a different universe, the other ones of you get stronger. So there's one Jet Li who's gone to every single universe and killed every single other Jet Li.
So he can be the strongest
So you
Jet
can
Li.
but then there's the Jet Li on this universe of Earth that, because he's also getting the powers, even though he's not killing them, because there are fewer Jet Lis. So now, and then then the evil Jet Li comes to kill the good Jet Li to finally get all the powers. So this is what it's like. So you're vanquishing all the Dan Rosens.
Have you gotten stronger then in the last 48 hours?
I
Do you
feel a
notice
little
something?
bit. Yeah, it could be the creatine.
Okay. But you do feel you have a pep in your step.
I think
now.
the next time we're going to play tennis.
So
You
I
almost had a meltdown the last time we
I
played.
vanquished Aryan Dan Rosen.
Yeah.
And
you've moved on.
And
to-
now I am facing Sephardi Dan Rosen.
Yes, exactly.
Is that offensive that I just said that?
No, it's okay.
Is it Sephardi?
Technically, I'm Mizrahi, but Sephardi, it's okay.
Okay.
I honestly, way more than you should know.
I live in
I'm
New York.
impressed
Dan.
you even know that.
I've been in New York for a while, Dan.
Sephardi is people who are
you don't have
relative.
to do
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, you're not interested in my people's history?
So yesterday, because I suffered a heat stroke, maybe a different. No, I would have gotten stronger if
You
a
would have
different
gotten
version.
stronger.
Yeah, I would have gotten stronger. Okay. So this is me just decaying.
This is the one. Does
in service to the other
in the
Brian
comments,
Park.
does anyone remember this movie? I think it came out probably in like 2002, if that. It's a classic.
Leave a comment. Also want to touch on another sports thing.
All the people who came here because of our Kate Wagner episode have just tuned out now. They're like, "What? I thought this was a."
They're like, I thought this was an architecture criticism podcast.
Yeah.
Why is this himbo talking
Why are
about
they
sports?
broing out?
I have to get this off my chest, dude.
Okay.
So, did you catch the PGA Championship?
You know, I did not. I've been watching what has been the best NBA semifinals of all time.
Okay.
So sorry, I'm not watching
Well, you missed out on some
golf.
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 So this British Indian man named Aaron Rai
Okay.
won the PGA Championship, and it made me cry, Dan.
It made you cry
It made me cry.
because of AAPI representation.
There can be championships where I can see myself
You
on
could see
screen.
yourself.
And this British Indian professional
First,
golfer.
Rishi Sunak became a Tory prime minister, and you're like, we're getting whiter. We can do it.
And then Sundar Pichai became the CEO of Google.
Yeah.
Come on.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful stories all around.
Some,
No, but Aaron Rai, he's a very polarizing golfer because he does all of the dweeby things. So like in sports, there's rules, like social cues that people adhere to, you know, and to talk about like tennis, for instance, if you have all the latest gear and you have a big bag and you have multiple rackets, everyone knows you're going to suck because that's just how it is.
Yeah,
Like
right.
the more you care about your gear, like the less time you have to spend on the court. So this golfer, Aaron Rai, he plays with two gloves, which is already kind of weird. He plays with like a game improvement, like a tee. It's also another weird move that he does. But the strange,
Is that allowed?
It's allowed. But good golfers just don't do it because it's like, what like you're a fucking dweeb. Don't do
Okay,
that.
yeah.
But the biggest offense that he commits,
He has a
and
rolly
he gets,
rolly backpack.
basically he puts covers on all of his irons, and that is it's a meme in golf where if someone does that, you're just like, you're such a fucking tool, dude.
Right. You're
like,
obsessed with like the beauty and
Right.
the gear much more than actually like doing well. So he's for the losers,
now
for the dorks.
I used to think that way, but I've known this for a while. I'm going to read you his rationale for why he puts covers on all of his irons.
Okay, wait, why is this seen? It's just seen as like...
For one, a lot of seniors do it, but it's kind of like your baby. It's just like your baby. These are tools that should be used. Mm-hmm. And so since you're babying it, it just reads as kind of nerdy. It's like putting book covers on your books.
Yeah.
There were kids who did that, I'm sure in middle school and high school, and you're like, bro, like relax.
Yeah. Keeping your action figures in plastic.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
exactly.
take them out.
So Aaron Rye's justification for doing that, I grew up in very much a working class family, and golf has always been a very expensive game, Aaron said. I started from the age of 4 years old, and my dad used to pay for the equipment, pay for my memberships, my entry fees, and it wasn't money that we had, to be honest, but he'd always buy me the best clubs. When I was about 7 or 8 years old, my dad bought me a set of Titleist 690 MBs, and they were like 1,000 pounds back then, just for a set of clubs for a kid. I cherished them. When we used to go out and practice, he used to clean every single groove afterward with a pin and with baby oil. To protect the golf clubs, he thought it would be good to put iron covers on it. I've pretty much had iron covers on all of my sets ever since, just to appreciate the value of what I have, and it all started with that first set. Although on the PGA Tour we get given equipment and we get given everything that we need, it's more out of principle. The value of not losing perspective of what I have and where I am. The covers are going to stay. I'm sorry. Dan. Oh, could you? Dude. Oh my, you are so, that's
like a short film at Sundance.
Oh, yeah, it is. Give it all the awards. How can you not
I can
root for
hear
that?
it's just like Humans of New York nonsense. Get out of here. Just play golf.
He is doing that. He's doing all of the dweeby things and just
great.
Oh my god!
Never forget where you came from.
You have no heart, Dan.
That's true. No, I don't.
It is about Humans of New York.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why, that's why whenever I do a podcast, Brian, my dad used to buy me podcasting equipment as a kid. And he would say he would save up. He wouldn't eat for days so he could buy me a microphone and a subscription to Pro Tools.
He would hand wash all of the microphone covers after every yapping session.
Yes, he would take me to see Pete Holmes live, and he would save up everything just to go to the New Yorker Festival. And now I'm here, and it's so beautiful.
Sharing the stage with Kara Swisher and Scott Galloway.
Yeah.
A dream come true. Dad.
Get the fuck out of here.
You cynical fuck. Hey, I'm a big fan of it.
I literally don't think my dad knows what a podcast is. For the record.
Good. I thought you were going to be touched by that, but
no,
instead
it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm not that
okay.
cynical. I have to play that character on the podcast.
All right,
well,
you go to the SNL season finale, and you're changed now.
That's what I did.
You
That's
moved
what I
different.
did
Oh,
this week.
Okay.
I got the invite to the SNL season finale.
Okay. Who hosted? Was Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell, musical guest. You may have heard of him, Sir Paul McCartney.
Wow.
Sir Paul McCartney.
Wow.
A member of the Beatles.
Cool. And he played a song that he had already played like 15 years ago on the same exact show.
Did he?
Was it better this time?
I've never seen him live. Have you seen one of the Beatles live, Brian, from 50 feet away?
I'm sure.
I don't think so.
I'm sure.
I think so. I think you're going to die. I think you're going to die never having seen a Beatle.
In fact, that happened because I vanquished the other Dan Rosen.
Oh, you gave me the strength.
I gave you the strength.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, you interned at SNL.
I did.
This is my first time going. I was surprised how janky that shit is.
What?
Just the studio is like, it's like I don't know. It's like cardboard and wood, and they're just like holding stuff.
But that's what you gotta love about it. You might be able to see some remnants of John Belushi's Coke tucked away in the corner.
I did some John.
Like a Felix Gonzalez Torres piece.
Yes, exactly. You take it, but in the meantime, you're killing John Belushi.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
so it wasn't for you.
No. I thought it was cool. I thought it was just like I don't know. You think it's going to be this grand, like slick studio,
but you've been on movie sets before. Everything is an absolute shit show.
That's true.
You think,
like
as a kid,
like,
you watch it, wow, but when you get on set, it's the 80s, just like, he's here. Holy fucking shit.
you see everyone
we
stressed
gotta
out.
get moving. Just fucking sit over there next to the Welch's fruit snacks.
I thought the most fun part was like watching the cue card guys who are like just flipping, doing a little dance. Like they're so elegant. They're like magicians.
Yeah.
They're like 3 of them, and they're just like, whoop,
It's incredible. Like the guy outside of the car washes who are like flipping the sign.
yeah.
That's
These are the
peak.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck whatever. Marcelo Hernandez, who cares about his talent? And yeah, it's just fun to see, like, you know, the opening sketch was Will Ferrell did Epstein, and it's just like, oh yeah, like Will Ferrell just has to kind of like stand outside in costume, and everyone in the audience sees him. So that was cool. But the best part, obviously, was that I was front row in front of the music stage. There are like 2 main stages. There's the one where the monologist does his thing, and there's the band, and then there's like the music stage. And
You were front row.
yeah, and that was amazing. His voice, a little gone, we'll say. It's not what it, but honestly does not matter at all. Like he could be a carcass, and we're just like, that's Paul, that's a god. He did, after the show ended, he did 3 more songs too. So we all got like a private Paul concert.
Sick.
Yeah,
So
did.
people didn't file out. He just did like another show.
He did another show. And then I was also like, well, Will Ferrell came on stage with him, and then I was like, someone has to give Will Ferrell a cowbell. And then by the next song, he was doing Help. I think they just put this video up because it was after the show ended. It didn't air. But
Yeah.
Will Ferrell did the cowbell as
That's
Paul
amazing.
McCartney was doing Help. I think Paul McCartney had no idea. There's no way Paul McCartney has seen the cowbell sketch.
Yeah, so he's just like,
So he's like, why the fuck is Will Ferrell ruining one of the most famous songs of all time to him? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Also, just like, everyone becomes a little kid. Everyone just like, everyone stands up. The word.
It must have been a heavy room. There was a...
Oh my God. That you could just, because I was sitting on the bleachers, but I guess.
I mean, they were so lucky to even be in the same room as you. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
They came there really for me.
Yeah, that's new and improved version of you.
Yeah. You just see the, like, I guess because Paul was performing and it was the finale, I could see from above, because all the celebrity friends go backstage, which is like on the floor. And I'm like, oh, okay, Kate Hudson, Reese Witherspoon, Leo, Spielberg, Paul Rudd, Nathan Fielder, Ari Aster, all the cast of the studio. It was like the Met Gala, and they all came out. But it's amazing that in front of Paul, they're all just like nothing. They're all just blathering idiots.
That sounds amazing, Tim.
It was great.
Wow.
That's
I'm truly really happy for you. That sounds really fucking
went to
cool.
the after party, which is on the ice rink. Apparently, I learned.
Oh, I think this is it always on the ice
I
rink?
think the finale is always.
Yeah.
Horrible food, really bad. Were you allowed to go to the after parties as the interns?
No, we were only the season finale
Okay.
after party, which was on the ice rink. But interns were allowed to go to the afters, which would start at like 3 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the cast members would roll by. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, you got a problem.
Yeah. You're out too late. You go too hard.
Yeah.
Although I've heard that Lorne you kind of have to go to the after parties if you work on the show. Like there's pressure to. Which seems crazy because you're
Lauren's
like
your
dead.
boss.
Yeah.
You gotta kiss the ring, Dan.
I thought he maybe was going to retire.
Is that what you were hoping for?
Kind of. That would have been cool to be there. Because it was like the huge McCartney, Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
But
No, instead
he's
it's
going to
just-
really die there. He's going to die at work. And then after party, you'd think all these incredible, talented celebrities, artists, filmmakers, the only person that I saw from the corner of my eye and I had to meet, Mr. Balloon himself, Jeff Koons,
Whoa, okay.
was there. And I was like,
Wow.
I'm going to talk to...
So like
"Let's
Leo
fucking
DiCaprio
chill."
didn't really
No,
do it.
who
No.
gives a fuck. Ariette, whatever.
No.
No, Mike Myers, nothing.
Okay. So
I want to talk to Jeff Koons.
Is he shiny in person?
Yeah, he's like wearing,
I feel like he just sparkles,
Yeah, he looks exactly like he's giving a talk at Davos. Like that kind of guy.
Wow.
Like CEO. By the way, the nicest guy.
Remind me of your name one more time. Mr.
No,
Dan
like-
Rosen. Wow, what a pleasure to meet you.
Dude, the EQ off the charts. I've heard this from other people too afterwards. It was like the nicest dude. He just wanted to talk about how amazing 30 Rock was. It's just like Rockefeller Center, really incredible. Just gorgeous architecture. And then
that sounds like pretty standard fare conversation, but
and
you're
it-
just imbuing.
just really, really, I really would say one of the most incredible buildings. And I'm like, and then I'm slowly revealing how much I know about him. Just like, oh, you had like a piece right here. And it's like, oh yeah, I had a few. I had 3. And I'm like,
there's 2 blocks over. There's another one of my giant balloon dogs
his
there.
his big like flower dog right in front of Rockefeller Center.
Sick. Oh yeah, and then he has the ballerina.
The ballerinas. Yeah, he had the ballerina there too. I basked in his glory.
Amazing. So you met one of your heroes, and it lived up to your expectations.
Yeah.
Sick.
I'm a Koons apologist.
I love that for you. You notice how kind I am right now? I'm just in the hole with you, just supporting you 100%.
You should do that.
You mentioned that I interned at SNL, but just prior to starting that internship, I was flown out to SF and I interviewed to work at this DTC clothing company called Everlane. Mm-hmm. You know Everlane, right?
I know Everlane.
So the whole conceit of Everlane is about radical transparency. We're trying to cut the middleman. We're going to show you how much it costs to make a t-shirt in this factory. We're using sustainable materials. We're going to disrupt the fashion industry. Oh, yeah. I was all on board.
Couldn't you like not buy things in store for a while too? Like they had stores, but you couldn't buy things there?
Yes. They did that with, Bonobos did that too. What a crazy concept. Like, I love these pants. Can I get them in a size medium? Well, actually, if you see that iPad over there and you give them your email, you can just order it like you would in your MacBook.
And then they won't fit. And then you can return them. And we can create more ways. It's an amazing business model. Instead of being right here, right now, where I could give you the money and you give me the product like human beings. No, let's go through let's get UPS involved.
I didn't get the job.
Okay.
I was just so naive and ignorant of how the world actually worked.
Why did you want to work there?
My dream at the time was to own and operate like a clothing brand. So I thought this was my way to learn.
Okay.
Was through like the adjacent tech version of fashion.
Sure.
Because I didn't know anyone in New York. And I interviewed with everyone in the company. Back then it was like 8 people. And then the founder was like, so where do you like see yourself in like 4 years from now?
Yeah.
Technically, I should have been like
hosting the greatest podcast in the world, bitch.
No, I said something even worse than that. I said, I just want to learn, and I want to start my own brand. Yeah,
that's a no-go.
That's a no-go. I should have been like, no, I'm riding this out until the end, until this fucking baby gets sold to Shein for
I would like
$100 million. Is
that what just happened?
Yes,
sold to Shein.
Yeah.
The company that like makes its clothes out of particle board that just evaporates.
It's
maybe the
crazy.
least. Is there a least sustainable company? They get the Razzie for least sustainable fashion brand.
It's so funny.
Yeah,
it's so amusing.
100,000% polyester.
Yes,
gives you a rash.
Yeah, and Everlane was sold to Shein for $100 million. And everyone's China
a brand that makes H&M look like lower piano.
It's true. Uniqlo's like fucking Brunello Cucinelli compared to Shein. And it's not just Everlane though. Blue Bottle. But come on, Blue Bottle. We all love Blue Bottle coffee. Come on.
Yeah.
The New Orleans, which is like 70% sugar and like 2 drops of cold brew. You stick it in my veins.
Sleek aesthetic.
Yeah. Blue Bottle coffee was sold to Luckin Coffee.
Okay, so China's taking over. China's taking over the like. These are the millennial Instagram brands, basically.
100%. Arc'teryx and Solomon, owned by the same company. Mm-hmm. Anta, which is a Chinese sportswear company, have a stake in the company now too. Everyone's China maxing.
Everyone. This is like in the 80s where everyone was worried about Japan. Japan bought Rockefeller Center. Everyone was like paranoid. Now we're being taken over by China. Are there any Chinese conglomerates that can buy Middlebrow?
We should be acquired by WeChat.
Oh, I'd love to.
Yeah.
I think they'll replace us with AI so quickly, Brian.
Spotify just announced today AI podcasts, personalized podcasts.
What does that even mean?
Obviously, you have been lusting and wanting so deeply to be able to type into a search bar, what's the weather like today? And what are like some cool concerts coming up this week? And can you turn that into a podcast? Mm-hmm. Spotify can do that for you now.
Wow.
Yeah.
But what if I want to hack comedians talking about things they have no actual idea about?
Then you're in the right place, baby.
Then you got to come to Middlebrow. You can't replace us, okay? ChatGPT, that has all the information in the world. Me and Brian, it's off the dome. It's half heard. It's misremembered tweets. That's what you come here for.
The restraint that it requires to not show all your cars in front of Jeff Koons, the heat exhaustion at 5 p.m. at McCarran Tennis Park. That's all the labor that goes into this podcast.
Hey, I can't give you the vocal fry that our guests provide you with.
This has been happening more and more lately where I meet people and they say that I have a very California vibe to me.
Yeah.
Every day it's happening.
Is it because you have a hat tan? You know, wherever you spend your formative years. That's and who you aspire to be. You went to high school and college in California. That's when you become, yeah, dude, sick. Amazing. Whoa.
That's just kind of my vibe. Dude.
Were you like this in El Paso?
No. In El Paso, I was like...
What was your accent like there? Sup, bros. I'm Brian Park.
I wish I had the Southern accent. When you're like a Korean person with a Southern accent, AI can't make that, dude. That is a human imprint.
Although people think you're dumb if you have a Southern accent. It isn't.
Oh yeah, and like people think you're smart when you have a Southern California drawl.
When you sound like Spicoli.
And it's only New Yorkers who've said that to me. So, message heard loud and clear.
Message heard.
But yeah, Stan, we had a bit of we saw a lot of art.
Yeah, it's too much. It's art fair and design and auctions all happening at the same time in New York.
It's Frieze.
And New Yorkers don't even realize, by the way, like in Milan when it's design week, the entire city just like becomes completely taken over by the dorkiest, interior designers and journalists and then fashion brands or whatever.
I mean, for the Tribeca residents, I'm sure they feel it a little bit.
Yeah, if you live near the Javits Center,
like
maybe.
riffraff here. What's going on?
But New York, average New Yorkers are like, what? It's art fair week? So yeah, I don't want to look at any more objects. I don't want to contemplate a single more. I don't want to read one more press release. I can't take another business card. It's too much. They should all be happening at the same time. You can't take it in. You go numb.
Yeah, because I accompanied these events with you, and
I did more after you.
Oh, here we go. Oh, great to see you again. Oh, here
you
we go again.
About the door handle.
So are you going to PGX after this? Yeah, I'm going to PGX after this. It's like, why do they it could have been an email. It could have just been an email.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll see you there.
They're doing a collab with
They're doing a collab with
Casina, yeah.
Yeah, and then like Frama is like it's a whole thing, but I heard the food is very good.
Yeah, and Art Journal, I think the Art Journal is like doing the launch there. Yeah.
Yeah. So
a lot of events you're like, what is going on here? And you go to them.
I had fun.
Yeah. I think people are welcoming you into the fold. They're very nice people in the design world.
Are they?
I think so.
That's what I've noticed, and maybe you can...
Our boys at Rarefy seem to be fucking everywhere. Every place you went, Rarefy was sponsoring an event, designing a lamp, doing a chair. We love you guys.
Well,
You're the James
maybe
Brown.
you can speak on this because I'm still coming in as an outsider. There's a lot of chatter about how everyone's so nice at these design week events.
Mm-hmm.
We're not like the fashion week people.
Yeah.
But then when you go to the fashion week people, they're like shitting on the art world people. And so then what's the conclusion to be made from this? In New York, is everyone just unkind?
Yeah.
And everyone wants what the other can't have?
Yes, for sure. Well, every other thing has the hotter people and the cooler brands, but then also everyone's resentful of the encroachment of like, people who shouldn't be in there. People who are like aren't native and are just coming and making it more about celebrity for the, Art Basel. Now it's all like celebrity and glamour. They've ruined it and they've Miami-fied it or whatever. And then the design world's like, oh, these fashion brands are coming in and they're making it like so expensive and like hyped and party thing, and it's not as much about the craft or whatever. So no one is actually ever happy. And then when they don't have that, they're like, how come no one here is like covering us and talking about us?
What I want to know is, where is all the money coming from?
It's coming from like 200 people.
It's crazy. I'm like, we'll go to these. I went to a few of these parties.
Went to Frieze.
And events. Yeah, well, Frieze is like more in the art space.
Yeah.
But even with these design week events, I'm like, cool, this is like a sick launch party for this zine. There's no way in hell this zine is making enough revenue to employ 30 people.
If you add like 10 different brands collaborating, sponsoring an event, you can somehow.
Yeah. But we
make
went
something happen.
So we went to Frieze.
Yeah. Well, the design things are a little different too, because like ICFF is the big one, is like also a trade fair, which there's not really an equivalent of.
Well, we
in
kind of
the
went to a
artwork.
trade fair this week. Too.
Yeah, Afternoon Light was
Yeah.
like an offshoot at the WSA, which
Cool.
is also
Got to see some Delft tiles.
yeah, some wallpaper,
Cute vibes.
some amazing, some chairs, some new celebrating the anniversary of a chair. Yeah, that's it.
Great.
I mean, Frieze, yeah, whatever. I mean, people, it's almost like tired now of people shitting on Frieze as it's become like more and more about blue chip slop that they're selling, and it's just like handsome figurative abstraction.
Not enough grotesque art.
Well, the thing about Frieze is it's so expensive to have a booth, right? That you have to sell. Like and if a gallery doesn't sell the work there, then they could go bankrupt. So you're just going to get more and more conservative. What I don't understand is like there are mega galleries like Gagosian, like Zwirner, that have booths at Frieze. They can afford to take some risk and to do an actual show. Like Gagosian had a booth in Frieze, but like their really cool, interesting show was at their actual gallery, like a few blocks away, where they had an amazing Helen Frankenthaler show. So I mean, it's like why? It's almost like, what's even the point of like
is it
an art
offensive?
fair in New York?
If you're an artist and your gallery is showing your work at Frieze, should you be offended? Okay, I see how it is. You think I'm fucking mid then?
Or you think I'm just like
this is palatable?
Yeah, you
and
think
this is
it's palatable.
average?
I mean, there's great art, but it is like you go and it's a very specific type of painting that's a specific size, and there's just not a lot of definitely now not a lot of very political artwork.
Yeah, woke is dead.
Woke is seemingly dead.
There's not a lot of politically charged works.
Well, what I like TFAF is cool, which is at the Armory, which there's not a lot of contemporary art there, and it's a lot of like European galleries coming, but it's a mix of.
Is it more antiques?
Yeah, it's more antiques, more antique furniture, and 19th century art and 20th century art. And so what I like is a lot of the galleries put together an actual like tableau. They create almost like a set where there's a mix of, whatever, Royer or Lalande, like furniture with, contemporary paintings maybe, or like maybe some minimalist paintings. They're creating a world and a universe.
Yeah.
Whereas the design stuff and the art stuff especially is just like, here's a booth, here's some art. There's no like cohesion. Really, it's just like, we're here to sell some shit. At Afternoon Light, there was some of that as well. People trying to create like a little bit of an installation, something interesting. USM.
Oh, they had a collaboration with like a speaker.
Soundscape.
Yeah. Which, by the way, USM, they gotta chill out with the collabs.
What's going on? They say yes to everybody. Chill. They're like the Keith Haring, where it's like, stop, relax. You don't have to collab with every single brand that comes to you. Just do your thing, USM.
But if you want to collab with Middlebrow,
we would love a podcast studio, a custom podcast setup that you could build, and everyone in their home can have you'd have your speakers, your monitors, a place for your mics, all in the USM Swiss engineering system.
I liked going to Frieze because it's the convenience of it. Like, I'm able to just see a lot of works in one space from a lot of different galleries. But is that a representation of, like, can one deduce like that this is like the direction of where like art is headed?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
At all. I think you would say like this is what's selling, and that there's a lot of like, Joe Bradley, like abstract, figurative, like that, or like somewhere in between those two.
Yeah.
Type of painting that looks good, fine. Yeah, but it's not stuff that's taking like crazy risks.
Okay.
And I feel like in years past, I've seen a gallery like, okay, we're gonna have an artist and we're just gonna let them do some, like Matthew Ronet, I think a few years ago, did something really cool at Casey Kaplan, and those are some like weird, funky sculptures that I don't think would obviously sell easily, but it's like an interesting like play by the gallery, and I wish they could take more risks. Actually, if everyone's coming in to see something, like fucking make something memorable.
Well, I'm glad I went.
Yeah.
This is like a total aside, but I'm pretty sure that same day we went to Frieze, that's when I went to a brand dinner for Champagne Bollinger.
Okay.
Hosted by
You don't drink, by the way.
which is why it's hilarious. Which is hosted by my friend and content creator Pilar Brito, who she's a wine influencer and like educates people on wine selections.
Yeah, and so she picked you, the person who doesn't drink.
I was very upfront to all these people. I'm like, hey, I don't drink, and they're like, it's fine. Just I felt kind of bad because it was catered by Cafe Carmelini. Delicious.
Oh, that place is amazing. Shout out Cafe Carmelini.
Amazing food. But so you have like the 6th generation of this.
Did they have the duck ravioli?
You're quiet the mind, Dan.
Sorry.
The duck ravioli.
I mean, that shit's good.
Duck ravioli.
You just said the word, and I just Pavlovian response.
Duck ravioli. No, I didn't have the duck ravioli.
Okay.
It was like a lobster ravioli.
Okay.
Before each course, you know, it was you had like his name was like Cyril Delarue. He's like the 6th generation heir to Champagne Bollinger, and he'd like clink his glass and be like, you know, this is such a wonderful moment that we get to share. This is a house that specializes in Pinot Noirs, and as you know, this is vintage 1996. There are only 200 bottles made in the world, and it just brings me so much joy that we all get to appreciate this moment together. They'll pour one out for me, and I'm just like not drinking it. This glass costs
I'm
like
just here for the story.
$300, and so what I love
They
is
should have
that,
given you a spittoon just so you can swish it around, you know.
But what I loved is that, you know, the dinner was curated and it was like a nice mix of people, but like there were a handful of serious collectors.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I learned very quickly,
Collectors
like,
of champagne.
just like wine, big time collectors. The Champagne Bollinger guy is like talking, giving the spiel, and everyone's kind of just swirling the wine, letting it aerate, you know?
Yeah.
And then everyone gives a little sniff, but it's the wine collectors, and I know they're about the game because then they're like, oh, just like guttural. Wow. I wish,
Dude.
I don't know if I like anything
This is
as
like
much as you are like singularly enjoying this.
It's like when you babysit your friends when they're doing mushrooms, and you're just like, it's great. Yeah, I'm sure the tannins.
It was great. It was a great time. It was really beautiful.
So you just watch people
Yeah.
jizzing their pants
to
the sniff of champagne.
But also, it's very humbling.
This
Like,
is AI proof, by the way, these industries that already make no sense. This whole event completely pointless. Most of the events we've gone to in the past few weeks.
hey, I loved it.
What is the ROI?
I had a
What
great
is the
time.
ROI on any of these
No,
things?
Dan, no cynicism. I had an amazing
I'm
time.
not cynical. I invite me to your little event.
No +1. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah, you didn't bring me.
But it is also, you meet a lot of these types of folks in New York, and I'm always so humbled where you're like, oh, hey, like, what do you do? And they're like, oh, I insert really serious job. It's like, oh, I'm a managing partner at like huge hedge fund.
But my real love.
But then they're
Champagne
also
cuckoo.
like content creators with like 1 million social media followers. And they're like, oh, so you just do the content then.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, you just do the little content?
yeah.
the like kind of yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we met I know a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, I'm a PM at Google and
Another
make
thing.
$500K a year.
Yeah.
And I am also an interior design content creator. The thing that you're trying to do full time.
Exactly. So it was very much that.
I do on the toilet.
There was a room full of that.
Okay.
And I got some behind the scenes too where there was a little bit of pushback in my inclusion because I'm a comedian. The friends are like,
oh,
you
you're
know,
gonna
this
make
is
fun of that.
is it a
You're gonna make
comedian?
fun of this.
Were they wrong?
You never not wrong. We will make fun of this.
No, I had a great time. Champagne Bollinger.
They're
Lovely
not paying
evening.
us. They're not paying us. And you don't drink.
Fake it till you make it, Dad. That is such a funny concept. Someone who's just
Oh, that's so common now. I know.
like
I've talked to people,
faking
Having
branded
a brand.
content
Didn't
and
it-
having a brand in hopes that you will get a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that is actually the goal now. The goal used to be to never sell out
Yeah.
and have integrity. Now you start making content, and in order to get an Adidas collaboration.
That's why I love my girl Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
She's just doing all. She's like USM. She's just doing all the
say
brand
yes to
sponsorships.
everything. She did a video with brand Koons.
I loved it. It was incredible.
Did you watch it?
I saw it. Can you describe the video for our listeners?
So it's beyond just being all the big fairs in New York. Many of the auction houses are having their 20th century and contemporary art auctions this week, and the kind of big, crown jewel auction is the collection of Cy Newhouse, who was the longtime head of Condé Nast. If you whatever, hired Tina Brown, hired Anna Wintour, whatever. He's kind of who the guy who dies in Devil Wears Prada 2 is based on Cy Newhouse.
Can you fucking
That's not a spoiler.
Do an episode without a spoiler challenge.
Whatever. Cy Newhouse. He was an amazing art collector. He died, so his collection was being sold off.
Yeah.
And one of the most famous pieces was this Brancusi sculpture. Brancusi was an Italian modernist sculptor. He would kind of
You're
create
really
these...
explaining this for me, because I think our listeners will already know.
Okay, this is he created these kind of very sleek, stripped down busts that are
It's like the Walking Man.
No, that's Giacometti. Completely different.
I'm gonna edit that out.
Leave it in, Brian. Don't be a coward. Leave it in. No, he has like they're like extremely polished and smooth.
It's like the head.
Yes,
Yeah.
often a head, but that's like reduced to its bare essentials.
Yeah.
Sort of like a sculptural version of a Modigliani or something. Anyway,
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Okay.
wait,
Oh, okay. I see.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
It kind of looks like my grandma, low-key.
actually, I did think that this particular one, this sculpture,
Looks Asian.
it looked like it would be the logo of like Vanessa's Dumplings or something. Like an Asian dumpling chain would have this as its logo.
And the Silicon Valley bros are like, I really like this piece for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm drawn to it.
so-
It's beauty.
For some reason, Christie's was like, you know what we're going to do to advertise this auction? We're going to have Nicole Kidman do like a weird ritual dance around this, I don't know, this like sensual dance to David Bowie's Golden Years.
I love this turn in her career. She's
Dude,
just
what
getting
is-
fucking weird with it. It's amazing.
First of all, why does Christie's have to advertise? There are 10 people in the world who can buy this sculpture. They're not watching Instagram reels. They don't have a phone, the people who
Maybe
can buy this sculpture.
maybe there's a billionaire who's 50-50 on it, and they see Nicole Kidman walking by, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna get it.
Why is like these auction houses don't have to reach the youth? The youth are not dropping $100 million. They can't afford lunch. You think they're about to afford $100 million Brancusi sculpture? What? Anyway, so I don't even understand the rationale behind it at all.
I understand why Nicole Kidman's doing it though.
What do you think?
Just for everyone, She does the AMC for the
Okay.
lowbrow, and then the Christie's for the highbrow.
We come to this place for Italian modernism. She did the lowbrow AMC.
Yeah.
And she was sick of the most annoying theater kids in the world cheering every time she came on the screen. And she's like, I need something.
She's really walking the walk, and I commend her for that.
Yeah.
Because she has gone on the record recently and said that she wants to champion underrepresented voices and work with more female film directors. And it's like, okay, sure. I'm on board. Baby girl, whatever. Like,
Whatever.
I'm going to do it. Fuck it.
Literally, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, maybe her face, very sculpted. Fred Koons sculpture, extremely sculpted. So
you think the Christie's, that was the strategy? The
yeah,
strategy
they're like,
team of Christie's?
They're
They're like,
very intense. Whose face has really been sculpted a
so
lot?
they're just going to call up the plastic surgery clinic in LA, and they're like, who have you worked with in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah.
And that is who we're going to talk to. She looks great, by the way.
She looks...
I'm not going to take the Nicole Kidman slander.
No, she definitely looks like a Brancusi. I would say that. Oh, wait, I wanted to read. I was walking around TFAF, and there was...
Is this relatable for you all who are listening? Just talking about like wine dinner. I was walking around TFAF.
No, this is funny. This is funny. Hold on. Sometimes you forget, like, oh yeah, actually the people, because TFAF is specifically for like the people who live in the square, the 5 square block radius of the Park Avenue Armory. Like,
Okay.
like sometimes the stereotypes of the art world are true. It is like Triangle of Sadness. So first of all, I see a little dog, like a dog that looks like kind of perfect, like a dog that would be, you know, in Best in Show. And I'm like, why? Like loose, by the way, no leash at all.
Yeah.
Okay, already very annoying. And then I just
Honestly, what a flex,
and then I hear
by the way.
this Truman Capote ass dude. I just hear him like, "Where are you going? Where?" And then he picks up, and then he's talking to the gallery owner about his dog. And at some point, he's like, "I told the breeder in Oklahoma I only want a show dog." And I'm like, "Oh God, you and your dog need to be shot." Like truly.
Oh, fuck off. Those are the people who give New York its character.
Why is there a dog? Why is there a dog at the art fair?
AI can't do that.
Okay, here's another one. This there was this couple was at a booth looking at a stone sculpture that I don't know who the artist was, but it kind of looked like a Modigliani sculpture, like very, very thin, stretched out woman, no stone. And this couple was talking to the gallerist, and they're like, "Oh, we actually have one of these. It's a bronze, and it's the same one." And the gallery owner's like, "No, what you have is an edition. This is a one of one." I was like, "Oh, sorry, bitch. This is a one of." Just and the French accent. "This is a one of one. You are a poor person. You have but a bronze edition." No. It was really beautiful. It was worth everything. Okay, wait. So
And you brought a game.
I brought a little game, Brian, for you. So the auctions at Christie's, there are 2 auctions. There's the Stein Newhouse, and then there was the 20th and 21st century modern art auctions. They combined 1.1 billion. Casual.
The new house, the side new house,
and everyone's like, "Oh, now the art market's back." I hate this narrative. Every year it's like, "Oh, the art market's gone. Oh, the art market's back," and really it's just like the difference is 10 people decide to buy 10 objects, and that's like what dictates. It's so stupid. It's like, yeah, what are these 10 astronomical billionaires or like, you know, Gulf state yacht owners deciding to buy on a whim? Like that dictates whether there's a healthy art market. Very depressing state of affairs and completely disconnected from the 99% of artists who are making no money. Okay, so I thought it'd be fun to see if you can guess. We're going to play Guess the Art Price. If you're listening on audio, you should really watch this on YouTube because we'll show examples of the work. Or if you're fucking smart, maybe you already know what this shit looks like. If you're cultured.
If you're really cool.
If you're not a fucking...
And you didn't grow up in Southern California.
If you're not a troglodyte.
And you're not chill, then you'll
who's
know.
never met a Pizarro in your life. All right, let's start with the Brancusi, Brian.
All right. So
Okay.
the first one's the Brancusi.
The first one
That
is
looks
the
like it
Brancusi.
could be the logo of Vanessa's Dumplings.
Yes.
Okay.
Bronze, I believe.
Yeah. It is a very beautiful piece.
It's a beautiful piece.
Stunning.
Looks
Yeah.
kind of like Nicole Kidman. Brian, what do you think was the final hammer price? Oh, we're doing with fees, by the way. There's the hammer price, and then there's the additional fees that have to be paid. So let's say with fees, how much it total?
I need to quiet my mind here because I'm trying to pull a Jane Street Capital move right now
Okay.
where I saw the total amount of
Yeah.
pieces that are in this PDF. And so then I'm dividing it by like one.
No. There are way more pieces. I just selected a few.
Oh, so you just selected a few.
Yeah. No. There are. Yeah.
So
I'm
how
not
much do
gonna
I
tell
think?
you-
How much do I think this sold for?
Yeah.
50 million.
$107.5 million, Brian.
175.
107.5.
107 million.
107. So very far off.
How big is it?
You saw the video. It's the size of a head.
This is crazy. 107 million.
Very normal. Okay, next up we're looking at this is the Pollock. This was really the crown jewel of the Stein Newhouse collection. Really, any collector who's anybody and takes their 20th century collection seriously has to have a Pollock. This is an enticing piece. 11 feet in length, 3 feet in height. Number 7A. Brian, how much do you think this drip painting by Jackson Pollock sold for?
Like, how deep into his alcoholism was he when you made this?
Very deep.
75 million.
$181.8 million, Brian.
Who's buying this?
That's an amazing question.
What?
This one, no one knows.
Well, they just don't. They don't.
Well, because it's, people call on the phone.
Okay, so it's MBS is buying this.
It's probably MBS. Some people thought Ken Griffin. I got a drink with Nate Freeman, who's the Vanity Fair.
Shout out Citadel, friend of the
Shout out
pod.
Citadel. Zoran tax that motherfucker. He just has 100. He was complaining about his pied-à-terre tax.
I love how Zoran's social media clips are just him standing in front of the Citadel headquarters.
Yeah.
Just like, you see this? Fuck this guy.
By the way, you know that like he deeply regrets doing that.
Zoran?
Now, it's just caused him a lot of problems.
Okay.
So he's, you got to make some trade-offs as mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nate Freeman, he's the art reporter for Vanity Fair. I got a drink with him, and he was telling me that he was like on the case, and that because in the room, it was like 148, 149, 150. But everyone's on the phone with someone art advisors representing someone else. I think it's shady as shit that we don't get to know who owns one of the. There aren't that many Pollocks in the world. It's not like a Warhol where any idiot can find one lying on the street.
That's
any old
great.
hedge fund manager.
What a great job to be an art advisor for these level billionaires. So this is a Mark Rothko.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to get this.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a percentage, and you're just gonna keep saying yes. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, what a fucking scam ass job. Yeah, it's like, the most famous artist in the world, you're gonna want to buy that. Okay, useful job. All right, next up we have a piece by Mark Rothko.
Ooh,
Brian, how much do you think this sold for?
I'm sorry. I'm just taking in the layers and the depth of the colors of this piece. It's really moving. There's a red. Red always sells for more. We know that. Shout out to Bianca Bosker. 150 million.
Too much. This one only 98.14 million.
Whoa,
Brian.
whoa. Mark, are they okay? Is the Rothko estate okay? Only 98 million?
Yeah, the Rothko legacies, I guess, ailing.
Wow. Okay, controversial.
All right, next up, we got a beautiful Impressionist painting by Camille Pizarro.
This is so pretty.
Late 19th century. When do we think?
Okay.
How much do we think this sold for?
Okay, so this is a woman who painted this.
Male.
Okay, this is a male. Sorry. Okay.
They didn't let women paint. That's like until like 10 years ago they didn't let women paint.
I'm going to say this one for like 25 million.
4 million. Only 4 million, Brian.
Why am I? Okay, now.
It's almost like none of these prices make any sense and no one has any idea.
Why is this only 4 million?
I don't know.
And also, I've just like, I don't have any of this money. I've already like acclimated to the outrageous prices. I'm like, 4 million, that's a steal.
We should have an art advisor.
I would buy this for 4 million.
We should have an art advisor come here and explain to us. I'm sure there is some logic based on like scarcity and how much previous ones have sold for and recent exhibitions. But to me, after you get to a certain point, like, what even is this? It's good that there are people who can't eat. This is like when art becomes NFT, when breath becomes air, when art becomes NFT, completely untethered from anything. It's just trophies.
When breath becomes air. Are you talking about that book?
Yeah. When art becomes NFT, that's my interpretation.
I love that I know that reference. Okay.
Next up, we have a really beautiful Georgia O'Keeffe, much more vivid and kind of almost neon colors.
A bit tamer than her usual work.
I'd say the opposite.
Well, I
guess it doesn't have sexual overtones, but in terms of its color palette,
I kind of hate this. It's like it's giving Lily Pulitzer.
You think it's a little garish? It does look like it'd be the cover of like a Strand
like
staff picks.
This piece would crush in South Palm Beach.
Yeah, for sure. I like Georgia O'Keeffe, but shit on her. Fine. This is called From the Old Garden. Brian, how much do you think this piece sold for?
1.5.
13 million. You're terrible at this. You're a shitty ass art advisor.
13.
Yo, if you want to sell Brian some artwork,
so is the logic that
chump.
because it is less genitalia like?
I don't know how much other Georgia O'Keeffe's have sold for, so who the fuck knows? All right, next up we have a Duchamp. Marcel Duchamp, really the inventor.
Do you like him?
Do I like Duchamp? Yeah, actually, there's a great Duchamp retrospective up at MoMA right now. He invented conceptual art, the ready-made. I think you have to see you have to think about his work in its context, because now you're like,
well, that's the only way you can. Who's looking at it just as it is and being like, I like this.
He's probably the most important artist of the 20th century, him and Warhol.
Okay, great.
In terms
now that
of,
I have this new understanding,
in terms
that
of
is going to inform,
in terms of shifting art
much I would
from
pay for this.
the ocular to the conceptual. Okay, this piece, which is for the listeners.
Which, by the way, listen, we're taking on such a journey. We went from me talking about the PGA Championship, and here we are talking about Duchamp.
That's why the people love us. Okay, this is called "In Advance of the Broken Arm," and for our listeners, this is a hanging shovel. If I were to describe what this is quite literally a hanging shovel.
That is a emo teen ass headline.
It is. This is part of Duchamp's ready-made series.
So it's a hanging shovel.
Yeah, where Duchamp repurposed and recontextualized everyday objects and imbued them with artistic power and meaning in an art historical
context. How much is this?
Yeah, how much do you think this sold for, Brian?
$5 million.
2.9. That was your closest. That was your closest.
That was pretty good.
That was your closest.
That was pretty good.
All right, we have 3 more.
That's insane. 2.9 for a fucking shovel?
It's not a shovel, Brian. It changed the course of art history. It shifted what was possible.
That's fucking ludicrous, dude. 2.9 million for this?
You can't buy that shovel right now.
Yeah,
don't be such
that's out of the question.
Don't be such a fucking Luddite.
Don't be question, dude.
Well, I could do that. Who cares? Shut up. You'd be so lucky to have this shovel hanging in your house.
I know.
Next up. Is the shovel? Is it a representation of a shovel? Who knows? That's the power of it. Next up,
Why don't people just do that then? You know how a lot of people own like dupes of like the Noguchi table?
Yeah.
Do you think they're like dupes of Duchamps? And people can just hang it in there?
No, because it
doesn't hit as hard?
No, it doesn't hit as hard. You could have a dupe of anything.
I'm gonna do that at my home.
Part of it is value
I'm
is
gonna
to
walk
derive
my
from
ass
scarcity.
I'm gonna walk my ass to Home Depot and I'm gonna buy myself a shovel and then hang it in my apartment.
You can have a fake Rolex and yet you don't. Okay, next up we have a beautiful abstract expressionist painting by Joan Mitchell.
I really like this.
She's amazing.
This is
and
great.
Has, I think, in the past kind of 20 years been
overlooked.
No, the opposite. She was overlooked in her time because obviously abstract expressionism was mostly, big macho male thing, or so the narrative was told. And so artists like her, Joan Mitchell, Lee Krasner, Helen Frankenthaler have really come to the fore. And I think she's an exceptional painter. How much?
I think it's a beautiful painting.
Do you think this painting went for?
Okay, so she's a woman. We have to adjust for 75 cents to a dollar.
Wow, Brian.
So I'm going to go with $6 million.
12.1 million. Sorry, Brian. Really not good at this game.
And how much was the Georgia O'Keeffe?
The Georgia O'Keeffe was 13, so similar. That seems to be...
that is crazy. This is so much more value than the flowers.
Georgia O'Keeffe is more known, and it's probably a lesser Georgia O'Keeffe.
Insane.
Again, stop trying to find any logic. Okay, next up, we have 2 more.
Okay.
Next up, we have a piece by Alice Neal, mid-20th century.
Oh, I love this.
She's an incredible painter.
This is...
Also another artist who I think has, through recent retrospectives at the MoMA, has kind of been rediscovered and not that she was forgotten, but her importance has been revalued in the art historical canon. Brian, how much do you think this beautiful Alice Neal portrait went for?
It's kind of unsettling.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
There's always like a kind of underlying sickliness to her paintings.
I really like it.
And does this one have? I can't say. It has a kind of a shimmering blue.
Yeah.
That's her. It's a kind of signature move.
3 million.
5.7 million.
This is a steal.
I think this is a steal.
This is a steal for 5.7.
Yeah, I don't know what the estimate was for this, but I think it was a steal. All right.
Which, by the way, sorry to do a little tangent. If you like the podcast, support us on Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/Middlebrow.
Every subscription goes directly to our fund to try to
acquire.
And we will only acquire. Excuse me. And we will only and we will only acquire paintings by female artists who were underlooked in their time, like Joan Mitchell, like Alice Neal, like Eva Hess. We really support female artists on the Middlebrow, so donate to us, and it will go to that. And we'll hang it in our studio.
Okay, we're at the last one. Last one's a Cy Twombly.
Oh, look at you, Brian! Wow.
This is a performance, Dan.
Wow.
All right.
No,
you're
sorry,
surprised?
I'm sorry I ever underestimated you.
How lowly do you think of me? Oh, I'm surprised that you recognize one of the most influential artists of the modern canon.
Yeah. This is a Cy Twombly. I would say very typical of his style, his expressive kind of scribble language that he created, almost a primitive vernacular that he...
But I know his pieces go for crazy.
His pieces go for crazy.
They go for crazy.
Cy Twombly is the person that if you want to drive someone insane, someone who's like not into modern art at all, and you want to drive them crazy for how much money can go for something that they think is absolutely terrible, or
he single-handedly has helped many Bushwick bros get laid who have painting aspirations because there's a lot of pretenders,
really shit
versions
derivatives. Yes, it's always good to see how many shitty versions of Cy Twombly, and then you see the real thing. It's like, oh, this actually has exciting power and kind of this like almost like I don't know. There's like a cosmic beauty to his work. I find. Not to be too sincere on this comedy podcast.
I love his work, but I do love Philip Guston. He's my favorite.
Yes, because you need.
Why did you roll your eyes?
You just need figuration in your work. You need representation to grab onto something.
So how much?
I'm way beyond you, Brian. I don't need just the signs of a figure to grab onto and appreciate. I'm able to connect.
I would say that's
on a deeper cosmic level. To say it's, just with
couldn't you make a case
line,
that it's
with
more
gesture?
It's more elementary to be into abstract art because that is like what you that is
a child can respond. No, that's the thing. That's the thing that looks like the thing.
No, but it's the obvious choice of like, well, it's art, therefore it has to be hard to understand. No, therefore,
why does art have to be beautiful? I like Philip Guston too. He's amazing. All right.
How much do I think this sold? I think this sold for $15 million.
45.5 mil.
Fucking hell, dude.
That's a lot for a Twombly.
Which
of these would you, of the ones I've shown you, which would you, if you had billionaire money?
If I had billionaire money?
Yeah. If you were whatever evil person bought this Pollock, whatever absolutely horrible person bought this Pollock to put in a storage facility in Switzerland that they'll never look at.
It's insane that the Pollock sold, what was it, like 180 you said?
180.
Overrated.
No comment. I don't think it was worth 180 million, but I think also at a certain point, these numbers mean nothing to anyone.
They don't mean anything. Which one I would own? I think I would go for the Alice Neal piece. What does that say about me?
No, it's okay. Just kind of what I would expect, I guess, from someone who's just not that open to.
I like that.
No, the Alice Neal is amazing. Obviously, I'd go with the Joan Mitchell. All right, I think that's probably our time for this episode.
Yeah, that was fun, Dan.
We should play more games.
Fun little auction game.
Thanks, everybody, for listening to the Middlebrow podcast. Sign up for our Patreon, where we do a newsletter every week.
Yeah.
We do bonus episodes.
We really love the support y'all have been giving us, and we feel it.
We feel it.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, that was Middlebrow.